I do have to report some very negative news, and wasn't the brightest portion. Oh, and of course, 6ix9ine hit me too. It's not the best thing I can report at this moment, but Yo Gotti's brother, Big Jook, was actually shot and killed after a funeral service. Very sad event. I'm going to try to give you a little bit of detail. So apparently there was a funeral service happening in Memphis, and it was of a supposed kingpin, which this is what everybody keeps saying, okay? Let me see if I could put this up. It says Yo Gotti's brother, Big Jook, was killed in a possible targeted attack in Memphis. He was fatally wounded not long after attending a funeral service of a loved one on January 13th. The start of a new year is now marred by the tragedy of Yo Gotti and his family following the news that his brother and Anthony Big Jook Mims being gunned down in Memphis on Saturday afternoon. They confirmed that he was fatally wounded outside of Perignans? How do you say this word, Chad? Perignans? Oh, Perignans restaurant and event center on the 6300 block of Winchester Road. He was in the area for a funeral and a repast service. I keep hearing repast. What's a repast, Chad? What's a repast? What's a repast, chat? Let me look this up. I've never heard repast service. I'm gonna look it up. What the fuck? It's to my is a meal shared by family and friends of the deceased person after a funeral service. It's another way to reminisce, celebrate, or honor the deceased. Additionally, it provides a sense of community comfort for those grieving. So I'm guessing something where people eat. Okay. According to the remaining Instagram stories, Jook was honoring his late uncle, Las Vegas Eric. He remembered the late family member as a legendary kingpin. Footage circulating online showed the collective music group, CMG, businessman dressed in a black suit as he embraced loved ones during the service. We do feel that the individual that was shot was possibly targeted by the suspect. This is what the Memphis police said in a press conference. He was rushed to St. Francis Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Second male victim was critically injured and transported to Regional One Health. Information regarding suspects has not been released. It's unclear if Gotti was also in attendance at the time of this report. Break It Up artist has not issued a public statement regarding his brother's untimely demise. Fellow Memphis rapper Finesse2Tymes, however, wrote on Instagram that he never thought he'd be posting this as he shared a photo with Jook with a smile on his face as an outing. Let's play this real quick, chat. I think this is a new...
Get you back to that story we told you about off the top of the broadcast, a deadly shooting in Hickory Hill with connections to Memphis rapper Yo Gotti. Fox 13's Lakia Scott joins us live tonight from St. Francis Hospital. That's where the victims were taken. Lakia, what were you able to find out? Good evening to you.
Good evening, Daniel. Well, at least 5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Big Jook is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, we were at that scene earlier tonight. Police say 2 men were shot outside Perion's restaurant and event center around 4:15. Now, that's on Winchester near Kirby. According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased. Now, I'm also learning there was a second person who was shot and was also taken to the hospital. It has not been confirmed who the second person is, but we do know it is a man, and he was airlifted to Regional One in critical condition. Now, the Memphis Police Department spoke with us today in a press conference. Let's listen.
Right now, we do have video that we're analyzing, but we don't have a clear suspect identified at this time. But we know that a weapon was used, a firearm was used in this incident. We do feel like the individual that was shot was possibly targeted by the suspect.
Can you tell us whether one of the victims is Yo Gotti's brother?
I can't confirm anything yet.
Now, again, at least 5 police sources confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Big Jook, again, is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, according to police, there is at least one shooter, but there may be more involved. Daniel.
Fox 13's Lakia Scott starting our live coverage off at 9 with major breaking news.
Wow. Let's get to a few things. The rumors are spreading, and we'll address that in a second. But Yo Gotti's brother, who, by the way, let me be clear, if it was anybody's relative who passes away, it might make some local news, but maybe not national news, and people wouldn't be talking about it this much unless it has to be in connection with something else. So we all know in Memphis, a few years ago, Young Dolph was tragically gunned down at Makeda's cookie shop. I believe it was Makeda's, I believe. Man, oh man. You know, I don't want to sit here and be part of the problem and celebrate violence, but ever since Young Dolph died, it's been a tornado up in that city, man. Let me tell you this. The people that the police got in custody, they weren't the masterminds of why Young Dolph died. They weren't the people who put things into play. There was a lot more people than, I guess what I'm trying to say, that were arrested. Here's what's happened, though. Here's what's happened, though. We've never seen Young Dolph as his love. Every nigga who had anything to do, any association with the killers of Young Dolph has been murdered. I promise you. Most of these guys were already under investigation. By the way, it's been 3 times actually that I counted that the police locked up additional people to the murder. So they locked up their primary suspects, then some other people, then some other people. And the reason why is because they do believe that this was a hit. When Young Dolph died, it was a hit. I don't know who's behind it. I don't know if that's true. But regardless, it appears that people who care deeply about Young Dolph have taken that to heart and have exacted revenge on anybody who they feel could have been a part of a plot that ultimately led to his demise. We've never seen a situation where the subsequent days after he died, there was like 15 people shot, multiple deaths. Everybody was getting active. I'm not saying this to be bragging or boasting about murders, especially within the black community. But it's clear that Young Dolph was a very beloved figure. That didn't stop. That year, those couple of months, it continued. Now, a lot of people are talking about this particular situation. And some people, for whatever reason, I don't know why, they think that Big Jook may have been possibly involved, or what are the reasons why Dolph is not here today. I don't want to say that definitively. I don't want to put anybody at harm. But one of the reasons you're seeing so much violence within Memphis is because there is a blood vendetta against everybody who has been associated with Dolph's demise. Let's go over some facts. Black youngster, I believe his brother got shot like at a gas station, allegedly. Yo Gotti, his brother, got killed. People who were associated and supposedly with the guy or one of the guys who may have did the shooting, murdered. This is a really spooky case. A really spooky case that we're looking at, that essentially there's more street justice being done than actually police justice. Now, unfortunately, I was bombarded with pictures of the deceased, and I never liked that. So at the funeral, and I'm hearing conflicting reports. They're saying that at the funeral, and I'm trying to see if I can find. I don't even want to show because I might show something that shows somebody dead, and I don't want to do that. Apparently, there's videos, like actual videos of the people. There's videos of the people doing the shooting, but there's videos of the person after the shooting, which I would never show. This is fucked up, bro. This is fucked up. To completely read